guys, Blind Dive Comics back doing another video. This time I'm doing a review video. It's my first time, got a new tripod. It's a little shaky, but we'll give it a shot. If it doesn't work, I can try something different. Anyway, I'm here to review the first appearance of Spider-Man since we're celebrating the Spider-Man 60 years anniversary this summer. My friend Arlo lent me this book to read and review, and I gotta say it's taken me quite a while to get through it because oh my god, compared to today's comics, these are so wordy, and I guess since it's in the 60s, some of the humor is kind of lost on me, so I have to reread it just to get the jokes or whatever. But super interesting. I love the Ditko art style. Yeah, I like, the first appearance Spider-Man, Amazing 15, introducing Spider-Man. It was really an eye-opener because until recently I've never actually read the first ever issue of Spider-Man, so this one was really cool and really different, like I said. And it's the art style is so 60s. You can clearly tell by the images that it's clearly 60s artwork. But also I've noticed Aunt May and Uncle Ben are acting more like grandparents than they are aunt and uncle to Peter. They're making him breakfast in bed, they're making sure he's awake, all the things my grandma would do for me when I was a kid. So it's interesting to say the least. But I like that he starts out wrestling when he gets his powers, just like in the Raimi movie. He starts out wrestling to try to earn some money, and then part 2, he actually takes to showbiz. That's interesting. That's something that none of the other movies have done, him trying to show off on camera or anything to try to earn some money. This one panel here, you can see little eye holes in the white eyes. It's honestly kind of terrifying. Also, as I was reading this, what I've noticed is when Uncle Ben died, he never said, "With great power comes great responsibility." That was just a caption here on the last panel of the comic. I guess that was later retconned to say that he did. But I just found that interesting. I had no idea that he even did that. That he didn't do that. Let me reiterate. Anyway, and as I was reading through this, you can actually tell Spider-Man uses his smarts quite often. I know he does that in the earlier comic, not earlier comics, in the later comics, but this you actually can see him actually mix up in chemistry. He mixes up I don't want to say potion, that's not the right word, but anyway, he mixes stuff up in a beaker here during his fight with Dr. Octopus, which also, surprisingly to know, even Dr. Octopus's colleagues called him Dr. Octopus, which it's a little weird. They don't call him by his first name, they just call him by the nickname. But I digress. But no, it's and then I don't know what Spider-Man's problem is, but he always seems to pick a fight with Johnny Storm, and even tries to get Johnny Storm, Human Torch's girlfriend, to leave Johnny and go with him. I'm bro, why? It's a little messed up there. But no, I seriously love the Ditko style of art here, especially when he's fighting the Sandman. That's super cool. Something that you don't really see in comics anymore. Like, yeah, they have interesting artwork nowadays, but it's like not like, I guess 60 years now you can say the retro style of artwork. And it's, oh yeah, in this one he actually like flees to fight with Sandman just because his mask got ripped and he didn't want the Daily Bugle or anyone to find out his identity, so he actually ran away, and you know, Sandman was mocking him for it. Even in their later fight, he's like, what are you gonna do, run away like last time? I just thought that was super like interesting. And then like Doctor Doom shows up because, you know, it's the 60s, and you know, Fantastic Four was a huge thing. I mean, it's still a huge thing, but it was really a big thing back then. So like all of Spidey's like crossovers was with the Fantastic Four. But in this issue, Doctor Doom actually tries to get Spider-Man to join up with him and defeat the Fantastic Four, which I'm like, why? And then whenever Spider-Man tells him no, he's like, well, now I must just destroy this bug man. And I'm like, bruh, can't handle rejection. But no, it's, oh, and then the whole like Flash getting captured because he's dumb enough to wear the Spider-Man outfit. It's so silly. But my favorite part, surprisingly enough, was when he was fighting the first appearance Lizard, you know? And I will say, the first appearance Lizard looks so cheesy. It honestly does. It's kind of funny. It's not just a guy in a mask, but, you know, he has like really big, he doesn't have like lizard looking eyes like he does in the later series, and he's like not uber tall like he is in the later series. He's like, I don't know, like maybe a couple inches taller than the Spider-Man with like really human looking eyes. And it's like, look at that. That's so goofy looking. I love it. You know, it's like, also, he went to Florida to find the Lizard, not in New York, which I like. You know, I'm tired of all the stuff happening in New York. Granted, I know that's where all this stuff takes place, but, you know, mix it up a little bit. Like in the 60s, he went to freaking Florida to find the Lizard guy. But now, all he has to do is look in the sewers in New York and boom, there he is. Come on. But no, I love it. And then they had the return of the Vulture, his first ever super villain. And yes, I'm quoting him as a super villain, even though he doesn't quite have powers. Even though Spider-Man's first actual villain was the Chameleon. Didn't see that coming. But anyway, it's super fun. And like, look at these panels, man. They're so wordy. Like, it really took me a while to get through it all. And that's why but what I really, sorry, I'm just going on tangents here, but what I like is when Peter actually gets in a boxing ring with Flash and knocks him the F out, and all the guys were like, Flash was just letting Parker take a win, while Peter's like, oh god, I hope they don't realize I'm Spider-Man. And they're like, nah, Flash just took a dive for Peter. I'm like, yeah, because they're not smart enough to put 2 and 2 together. But super fun, super goofy. As I'm going through this, I'm just like, it's super fun. And I love this little panel where he just touches Electro and gets zapped into next week. Like, come on. The guy has electric powers and you go and touch him? That's not very smart. God, I really gotta thank my friend Arlo for letting me borrow this, because this was really an eye-opener, because like I said, I've never read these comics before now, but I've always known about, you know, Spider-Man's origin, his first supervillain, but actually getting able to read this, super awesome. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Stay tuned for more review videos. I'm so far behind on my comics that I'm just buying and buying, as you guys see in my comic hunt videos, and I'm buying them and then I read them and then I get distracted and do other stuff. But I hope to get more comic reviews out, because that's the main purpose of this channel. Anyway, I'm rambling now, so catch you all in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Peace out.